Some people look at the ombudsman as a judge, which I don't agree with that. To me, the ombudsman is basically an activist, and the activist of human rights.
Yes, this is...
So in a sense, I changed the tools, but I didn't change my values or my goals. But again, there is debate. There are people looking at it from different angles. And I see that most of ombudsmen or ombudspeople around Europe, at least, they used to be ministers, they used to be members of parliament, vice ministers in the case of Kosovo, which means, in a sense, many people who they try to contribute through politics. At some point, they thought an institution like a People's Advocate or the Ombudsman allows them to defend human rights without trying to score political points, because that's the main difference. So
it's neutral, independent, not...
It's neutral in the sense I'm not trying to benefit politically.
Yes, yes.
But it's not neutral in actually facing the government. Or facing
I mean,
it's
not. It's neutral away from politics. It's not one side or the other. You're not against the government. You're not against the opposition. You're against what is wrong.
That's the misconception. That some people think neutrality in this case means being a judge. We are not like we are not there to judge. We are there to defend.
Yes.
We are there to fight for people who feel powerless. For my 10-year-old self, right, who goes to hospital and feel powerless and sees injustice, and there has nothing to do, like it has no tools to fight back. So that's what we're trying to do. So, but that's my understanding of this role, and that's my vision. So I'm trying to turn our institution into an activist institution of human rights, and sometimes even to fight for things that are not very popular, because this is very important. The constitutional democracy doesn't mean the tyranny of the majority. It never meant that. The constitutional democracy means the majority decides, but the rights of minorities are defended by the Constitution. And sometimes you have to stand up for some people who are in minority and face the pressure of demagogues who basically use the masses against or use minorities as scapegoat for all the problems they have. And then you have to stand up there. Politicians rarely do that, because politicians always think about numbers, they think about votes. So they would very rarely would they basically stand up for a minority, because that wouldn't be rational from a political perspective. But it makes sense from an activist perspective in standing up for your values and standing up for what is right.